Hello, friends and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue the Extinction curse. As always, we'd like to invite you to come join our Discord, where you can hang out with us and other listeners of the show. And if you'd like to throw a little financial support our way, you can check out our Patreon. And a shout out to all of those at our big number level and above. Wolf, Rock Jedi, Blartimus Slump, Thunder Mammoth, Elisa Ellie, Das Chris, Fizzgig, AC Goldner, Jason K, Dicky Lopez, Carnifex, Alex K, Mordine, Doma El Laka, Dr. Grinnis, Forevermore, Frank L, Just Mike Works, Ross D, Treehugger, Darren W, Gold Rhino, Indie Link, and Tawdry Monster. Shout out to new patron this week, Jules the GM. And at the big number level, Fig Tier. Thank you all for your support. And now a recap of Session 88. Still down in the sea caves looking for the Banyon Boys, we come across a room with 3 weird light creatures inside of it. After we bust down the door, the wizard once again decides to just have a conversation with them. Of course, this is in a language that nobody else understands, and we have no idea what's going on. They attack us though, so must not have gone too well. They cast a bunch of big AoE light spells that hurt. Eventually, we smash the hell out of them, although 2 manage to dimension door away. We continue on and come to a library where the wizard nerds out. Lots of books, not much else. We come to an interesting watery room with a deep pit of water in the middle, out of which comes a gargantuan fucking worm. Jeb immediately recognizes it as not necessarily hostile. We feed it a corpse from the previous room and it seems mollified. We open another door to an obvious room of worship to Bokrug, and inside is a ridiculous nightmare monster. Combat is about to begin.
So, wizard, come have a conversation with this one too.
This thing.
No.
Dibs.
No.
Dibs. I want to talk to it. Dibs.
Oh, that is fantastically
Terrifying.
art.
Fantastically terrifying.
That is excellent.
It's fucking adorable.
Oh my god.
I want one.
I want one.
Which way is his head facing?
You can't tell.
It has 3 shoulders that are equally spaced apart.
Yeah, imagine Slenderman as a D4.
As like a pyramid. Yeah, D4, I suppose.
Does it have a mouth? Do I see a mouth on that?
Does it have eyes?
No, it's just like smooth.
I don't think there's any kind of mouth that's just like blank smooth.
Yeah, it's like smooth gray skin. And the nails on its 3-fingered hands are just straight up syringes. Look at those things.
Yeah, 3 shoulders, 3 legs, 3 fingers on each of its 3 arms, 3 big
toes.
claw toes on each of its 3 legs
Yep.
that have 3 joints on them.
I think my favorite is the first sentence in the description of the monster itself. This 3-armed, 3-legged monster has no discernible eyes, nose, ears, or mouth, or no visible means of ingesting food.
Yeah, I feel like it draws it through its spines or something then. That is terrifying.
No, right between all 3 of those legs is definitely a cloaca. Which it both swallows and poops from.
It's a good 12, 13 feet tall.
Jesus.
And there's no waiting. Roll for initiative. Moonlight. This thing looks at you and you get just this feeling, this moment where you know it wants to feed on your feelings. It's emanating from this thing. It wants your emotions. And you begin round 1. It's your turn.
God, what do I start with here?
Jeb hasn't even seen this thing yet. He's just like, what are you guys doing?
Part of me wants to wait for the wizard to tell me what the fuck to do against this thing, but how far away am I from it? 30 feet? Fuck, am I really down this many spells already? God damn it. I'm gonna try one of my new spells I haven't tried yet. See how this goes. It's a 5th level spell called Rip the Spirit. You supernaturally rip the spirit from a living creature's body, dooming the target to pain and death. The target takes 5d6 negative damage, depending on its basic fortitude save, and is drained 1 if it fails its save. But it's one of those spells that has like up to 3 actions. So I'm going to be doing the 2-action one, which is the spell targets 1 living creature in range, and the damage is 10d6 negative instead of 5d6.
So it has to make what kind of save again?
Basic fortitude save.
Well, it gets 45.
That's a critical success. Nothing happens. Go fuck myself. And then I slowly back away with my third action.
Then, after Moonlight, the large aberration steps up. At first, you think onto the pew in front of it, but then it continues to step up until it's walking on the air 5 feet above the ground, and it walks over, literally, each of the pews to get right up in Peach Pie's face. Well, to get within reach, 10 feet reach from Peach Pie. With its second action, it's going to make a claw attack on Peach Pie and get a 39 to hit.
That will hit.
Peach Pie, you will take 23 points of slashing damage, and with its third action, it's going to attack you once more. 29 to hit.
That will miss.
29 misses. Well, that's its turn. That's going to take us over to Jebediah.
I can kind of see this thing now? Okay, well, we tried a fortitude save, so I'm going to try a reflex save here, and I'll just move up just a little bit to see it better. It's probably going to make it, because it seems really dirty. Oh, it failed!
Ooh, reflex save gets a 30.
Well, it was just a level 5 impaling spike, so I'll throw the damage on here. I just realized since I shouldn't have cast it since it's floating. You said it's not touching the ground, right?
No, not at all.
If it was standing on solid ground, he'd be immobilized, but... So just some shitty damage. I'll be done.
He's very specifically airwalking over to Peach Pie. Wizard, it's your turn.
I still can't even see this creature at all, so I need to move out for my first action so I can get line of sight. Once I do, I will use my second and third actions to do a recall knowledge. What do you want?
For this, I need occultism.
Okay. Now I'm taking 2 actions to do this. I get a 35.
35 is just enough. This is a creature called a Quelant. I'm not even 100% certain that I'm saying that correctly. Queulaunt.
It's Quellant.
Quellant?
Could be.
This is an aberration, which it doesn't really take much of a, practiced knowledge of the occult to know that this is an aberration. However, this creature, as I mentioned before, has no discernible eyes, nose, or mouth, or anything like that. Its limbs are distributed so evenly across its body that it is all but impossible to tell which way the creature is oriented at any given time. It's very alien, but this creature, it delights in negative emotions of its prey. It feeds on them, gaining strength and sustenance through their dismay. For a Quellant, no act is too terrible or cruel to inflict on its victims, since the more a creature suffers, the more the Quellant feasts. With your success, I will give you 2 pieces of information.
Immunities, resistances.
Resistance, mental, 15.
Book time.
Well, guys, I'm throwing books.
No immunities.
Okay. Lowest save.
Reflex.
Its lowest save's a reflex, and it was 26?
Definitely throwing books then.
Oh.
I was gonna try will save next, but fuck that.
Yeah, that rules out will and fort.
Knowing that there's no immunities technically is a benefit, but I'll give you weakest and strongest. Strongest save is will save by a lot.
Oh my god.
Even more versus emotion effects. A lot more.
That's the wizard's turn. He shares that information with everybody.
Well then, after the wizard, that takes us over to Peach Pie. It's your turn.
Yeah. Well, action 1 will rage. Action 2, I'm going to step 5 feet up so I can get within hammer swinging distance. And we'll attack. See how it goes. So wing. That's a nat 20 at least.
Oh, nice. Nat 20, that's critical hit.
It is. I will deal him 79 damage and knock him down.
Damn. And he's prone, huh?
Boom. That went well.
That went very well.
Done.
Well, and after you knock this thing on its... Wait. How does the ass work? Never mind.
Cloaca. It's the cloaca in the middle of its legs.
You just splay its legs. Spread eagle. Spread eagle.
Spread trio. Oh, nothing's got 3 legs.
That takes us to the top of round 2. Moonlight, it's your turn.
I guess I need to move back so I can actually see the damn thing. And I throw a fucking book at it. I don't know what else to do. I got a 19. 41 to hit.
41 hits. Solid dice rolls from you guys on the attack rolls so far. Keep it up.
Come on, decent damage. 25. Not bad, not great. I mean, pretty good for a cantrip, I guess.
Jeb dealt that with a what level spell?
Way to rub it in.
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot to Spencer lately.
Yeah, I get it. You're trying to fucking...
Just like rubbing the shit rolls in his face, and I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not good at D&D or fucking Pathfinder, alright?
I'm not good at fantasy grounds, guy. Okay.
I don't know how to do it.
We don't know how to D&D Pathfinder, guys. That's going to take us over to its turn. And on its turn, begins casting a spell.
I take it.
Come on, nat 20.
You get a 38 to hit it.
That'll hit.
Doesn't cancel out the spell, but we'll smack him for 44 damage.
That's a big hit.
Nice damage.
Its spell is going to resolve then. And everybody needs to give me a will save.
Will save. Ooh, I rolled poorly. I think I'm going to use my hero point, my action point, hero point, and re-roll that will save.
Look, can I recall or spell whatever?
And Moonlight gets a +1 against saves, against spells, so it's a 37 instead of a 36, if that makes any difference.
It's not a spell I already know, right? Or would automatically know?
Yeah, this is a fear spell.
Cool.
Fear failure is just a regular failure is frightened 2. The critical failure is frightened 3 and fleeing for 1 round.
I critically failed? Fuck.
You rolled a 1.
I mean, you rolled a nat 1.
Yeah. Ouch.
You might want to think about that hero point.
Peach Pie did too?
Peach Pie used his.
I used mine, and I got a 32.
Which still fails.
Still fails, I'm sure, yeah.
Do I want to use this now? Or when I might actually die from something? I'm kind of okay with fleeing from this thing. Ted's okay with fleeing from this thing. The Wiz probably not so much.
I'll have you know, 3 of you are fleeing while I'm not, so I don't know how we want to do it.
Do I still critically fail with a 25? I used my hero point and rolled a 3.
Probably.
Yes. Yes.
Because a 37 doesn't succeed, so.
A well-used hero point. I regret it.
And only one person is fleeing, Jeb. The other 2 of us just failed.
Yeah, so that makes the wizard is frightened 3 and fleeing, and Moonlight is frightened 2. Peach Pie is also frightened 2.
I ain't scared.
So that was its first action. Its second action is it's going to cast another spell.
Wait, that's not 2 actions to cast a spell?
Not this one.
Damn.
Another will save.
Does it get spell check penalty because it's using 2 spells? It's in the errata, I checked.
This one's going to be against Peach Pie.
Bring it, bitch. 35.
A 35 fails.
Fail with a 35. Good.
Oh, you got a -2 because of the fear.
The fear, yeah.
I suppose 37 would have failed on the spell, so maybe that would have failed anyways, but...
Peach Pie, you feel this surge of confidence.
Surge of confidence? That doesn't sound very Peach Pie-y.
It is. It's against what you normally would feel, and a part of you deep inside, deep down, feels like that's wrong. Like this, somehow your mind is being perverted into becoming like prideful almost.
Sound an awful lot like a Rune Lord thing.
It kind of does, doesn't it? You take a -1 status penalty to attack rolls and skill checks for 10 minutes.
Goodness. Okay.
For its third action,
So the fear spell was actually only 1 action.
What an interesting thing.
will save from Jebediah.
Oof.
I'm fucking hero point. A critical success.
What'd you get?
39.
A 39 is a success.
which becomes a critical success.
Because it's a will save.
Correct.
You are unaffected. And that's all 3 of its actions. So it just used a 3-action activity specific to this creature called Emotional Frenzy, where it casts up to 3 spells chosen from its at-will innate spells and its emotional focus spells.
Nice.
It's awesome. I mean, it sucks, but it's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
It sucks for us, but it's awesome.
But did it just blast through all of its focus points? I'm gonna hope it blasted through all of its focus points.
Blast through all its focus points right away, yeah.
Or all of its spells, one or the other.
That's going to take us over to Jebediah. It's your turn.
Yeah, let's kill that. Let's kill this thing quick, guys.
I attempt to move behind it. Does anything occur to me?
No, it does not use any reactions as you move to flank it.
I will roll better than Goro. Let's go.
Let's go.
I like how you tell yourself that. I will do better than Goro. Apparently not.
Let's have to second strike. I almost alt F4'd and then I was like, I don't want to fuck any recording stuff. Okay, I'm done. You know what you can't do then is do things to my brain, so fuck you.
Yeah, no, that's really not been working against Jeb so far.
You can't fuck with a hick burn.
No,
Can't fuck with a heck burn.
but a hick burn can't fuck with you tonight, I guess.
Not this time. Wizard.
I'm fleeing.
Oh yeah, that's right, you are. See ya.
35 feet per action.
Peace out, buddy. See you later.
So 105 feet.
Do you run back to the library? Are you going back to your safe place?
It's a safe space.
The wizard needs to go to the safest location as quickly as possible. The occult library. Great idea. We go over to Peach Pie.
All right. Well, we're just gonna attack all these fucking modifiers and shit. See what we can get. Not with a nat 1, we ain't.
Peach Pie, before you make a second attack, as you swing and miss this thing, that overconfidence that you felt like you had, it ballooned right as you were taking that swing. You rear back and you just put your entire heart in it. You know you're just gonna pop this thing's skull like a grape. And when you hit the ground next to it and you miss it, that confidence shatters. Your penalty to your attack increases to a -2
Oh, very odd.
over your
Okay.
emotional devastation.
My emotion. Peach Pie is always emotionally devastated. I should be immune. Yeah, we got a straight miss on all of this. But we'll roll that 3rd attack just to see what happens. Yeah, nothing.
Well, Peach Pie critically fails on all 3 swings, and not just because of rolling ones. That takes us to the top of round 3, Moonlight.
I mean, Moonlight throws another book at this point. The no cause for alarm, everybody's too spread out. I can't even use it right now. It would reduce the fear effect by 1 or 2 on a critical success. But it's a 10-foot emanation, so it would only hit Peach Pie. So, throw in a book. No, that's a 4. That ain't gonna hit it. Then I cast Shield, because why not?
That's going to take us over to the Quellan. It uses its first action to stand up.
Aha! Fucking.
Attack of opportunity.
I just wanted to roll higher than 10.
I also want to play this game.
I roll another 1.
Oh, man, wow.
Dude, our rolls tonight. Jesus Christ.
I was rolling fine. Now I'm rolling bad. It's all right. It happens.
There's 2 sessions in a row. It's just shit rolls.
Peach Pie, it looks down at you, and with its second action, it uses this thing called Feed on Emotion. You
Yum.
need to give me a will save.
I get bad. 24.
Peach Pie, you take 28 points of mental damage as this thing feeds on your negative emotions. And you are also stunned for 1 round.
All right.
And it's going to use its third action to just slice at Peach Pie. And it gets a 36 to hit.
That'll hit.
Peach Pie is going to take 32 points of damage. And Peach Pie, it uses a reaction that was triggered by you failing the feed on emotion. It invades your mind, and it plants the seeds of negative emotions nestled right next to those seeds that were already there.
I'm gonna make you more sad
And what it usually does is it strips away target's feelings of hope or positivity and end one single emotion effect with which you're benefiting from, which would take away your rage.
Yeah.
However, I am going to rule that because you've been flavoring your rage as a negative, like sad rage this whole time, you don't have feelings of hope or positivity for this thing to even strip from you. And it actually recoils a touch as it tries to invade Peach Pie's mind, expecting some sort of positive hope for winning this. And it just doesn't get anything in return.
Tyler, you're the best. You're the best. Just letting me have mechanical benefits for stupid RP shit.
For being so sad. You're so sad all the time. Like, when I read this creature, I'm like, oh my god, this should be... Peach Pie should be this thing's absolute, like, it's kryptonite.
I'm empty calories.
You're empty calories.
The personal rain cloud turns on.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to point that out. I've been figuring out what to do with that particular reaction.
I love
It's
it.
called Spiral of Despair, but how can you make something spiral in despair when it's already spiraling in despair?
Lovely.
You just see Bernard get super fucking sad.
Yeah.
Like it's affecting Bernard more than it is Peach
It's having
Pie.
the worst day.
Oh no, poor Burner. That's its turn. And that's going to take us over to Jebediah, the ever stoic Hickburn.
Do I even need to roll? Is he flat-footed any longer? Since Peach was stunned?
Not.
Okay.
He did.
Great. I don't.
But he's flat-footed because of flanking.
But no, he's stunned. Is what I was getting at. Or is that not a mechanic?
It's in flanking. It says additionally, both you and the ally have to be able to act.
Oh, there you go.
That's straightforward then.
All right, let's just wildly fire off and swing. Oh my god!
He got it. Jeb hits with a 35.
Okay, so 21. Oh, and we'll get him. We'll get him again.
Get him. Oh.
I shouldn't even have rolled. That was a good roll. I'll be done.
All right. That's going to take us over to the wizard. How's your library, buddy?
Just as I left it, it's wonderful. I'm going to have to use 3 actions to get back into line of sight, I believe. I'm going to check quick. I'd like to move like here. Still going to be 3 actions, though. Yep, okay. So I move on the other side of that hole in the floor, the pit that the monster came out of before. Sorry, animal. It was an animal. I moved to the other side of that, so I'm a good 50 feet. So I can still hit it with anything reach. Okay. And that's all 3 of my actions to get into that position. And hopefully out of position or out of range for anything he's going to try and throw.
Well, then after the wizard, Peach Pie loses all of his actions. You're also no longer stunned.
And my frighten should be gone.
Wait, he was stunned for the whole round, not just stunned one?
Stunned for 1 round.
Jesus.
Which takes us back up to the top of the order. Moonlight, it's your turn.
Moonlight casts with a reach spell heroism on Peach Pie.
There you go. There you go.
You guys are just fucking with his emotions, right?
It was a goddamn roller coaster.
The overconfidence, it being shattered.
+1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks.
Well, then that's going to take us over to the Quellant. 2 actions. It is going to use something called Rapid Strikes. And it's going to make 2 attacks, 1 on both Jebediah and Peach Pie. Okay, roll the 1 to attack Peach Pie.
Yay.
And then against Jebediah,
A 20.
rolled an 18. Basically the same. There's a 48 to hit, that's critical. Jeb, you're going to take 58 points of slashing damage. It's going to use its 3rd action to use this feed on emotion action that it used on Peach Pie last round.
You get a +1 from heroism.
That's true. You do get a +1 from heroism.
I get a 32.
A 32 is a failure, dealing Peach Pie 17 points of mental damage
It's all right. I'll take that. I'll take that over like a critical failure and running away and shit.
You're also stunned for 1 round again,
Oh.
even on the regular failure.
Oh. Okay.
Jeb, it's your turn.
Let's try all over again. How about a 39 to hit it?
A 39 does hit.
34 damage.
This thing is looking really down on health right now.
Well, we'll keep swinging. I'll get a critical miss on the second. It looks like a 21
That'll miss.
and a 2 on the dice. I just look at my axe and be like, what's happening?
What's wrong, buddy?
Are you finally realizing you're a druid?
Oh no. Alright, well, then after Jeb, it's the wizard.
They don't have a lot of damaging spells left that I want to use. I don't want to burn any drain bonded items yet. I'm going to use a level 1 magic missile, 3 actions. Pew pew pew. I'll soften them up for whoever's going to finish them off. For a total of some good rolls. 13 damage from the 3 missiles.
Force damage always goes through. Unfortunately, Peach Pie is stunned still. Gonna lose all of your actions. You're standing there and this thing's just feeding on all of your negative energy. It might not be able to strip positive emotion from you, but it can certainly feed on your negative emotion, which it continues to do. Moonlight, it's your turn.
I throw a book at it. Nat 20, 42!
Hell yeah.
42 will do it. Oh, that's so many dice.
66 damage!
Oh, it had 65 health left.
Book for the win!
I said I was going to soften it up for you.
He did.
True, you did.
Just enough.
Good old
Very
reliable,
good. Very good.
metal-bound book just comes flying across the room and just clanks this guy in the head. It makes that hollow metal thunk as he hits it. And Peach Pie, you snap out of your stun condition right away as this thing stops feeding on you as it dies.
Peach Pie goes and just sits and cries for a few minutes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I get a 33 to search this room.
Wizard, you begin searching this room, and yeah, you actually do find something. Amid one of the ruined pews, you find an emerald brooch worth 450 gold. Just hanging out. It's not magic. Really pretty, though.
Up the sleeve it goes.
You also find an alchemical vial.
To the Peach Pie it goes.
Yeah, we should probably do a little bit of healing here too, huh? You keep taking damage in all these combats. I don't understand.
I didn't. I ran away.
Wizard, as you're also searching, you go up by the podium, and on the wooden platform on the north end of the room, there's a secret niche. It looks like it was well hidden at one point, but the warping of the wood on the platform makes it extraordinarily obvious. You can just lift up the lid there to see the niche. And your spell slime is going nuts. Absolutely bonkers. It's screaming, there's something magic in there.
Let's check it out. I open it up, take a look.
A gem. A fist-sized gem. And it has facets cut into it. However, instead of it having a solid color, instead inside there's this dark purple and black, and it almost looks like it's roiling inside like thunder clouds. And occasionally you think you might see a little flash of lightning inside of the gem.
Yeah, I want to make checks on this immediately. I want to know what the
That's
fuck
cool
this
as
thing is. I'll take twice as long. What kind of check do you want me to do? Oh, it's Arcana because I'm identifying something, right?
Correct.
No, I want to roll better. 36.
A 36 doesn't do it.
I'm so sad. I was gonna try and think of a reason to for you to give me a hero point, but I've done nothing tonight. I got horny over a library. That's it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Jeb, Wizard's holding something, and it catches your eye. It looks like a little thunderstorm inside of a diamond.
I want one. I want one IRL.
This little primal part of you feels like, oh shit, look at that.
Yeah.
You feel like almost attuned to it somehow.
I eat it. I mean, I have no means of investigating it, right?
You could make a nature check on it
I'll sure try.
to identify it.
31.
Jeb, as you're inspecting it, I need the wizard to give me a perception check.
I got a nat 20 for a 41.
Nice. Wizard, you look down at Jeb while he's investigating the gem, and the hilt of Jeb's axe begins growing little twigs out of it.
More twigs?
Yeah, like a twigs are growing in a circular pattern. The twigs are all growing out in that circular pattern from the weapon, and they're just reaching. And with the nat 20, it looks like they're just reaching for the gem. They're slowly growing up towards it.
It's just a better version of whatever fucking lightning rune you have on your weapon.
Or
It's that. Tyler hyped it up so much more than what I thought it was gonna be. I hope it's like an awesome version that does like a shit ton of damage, but I'm assuming that's what it is. Yeah.
I don't give a shit. It's fucking cool. Does my axe get it? Does it grab it?
You have to name your axe first.
No.
We can't let it get this cool thing unless it's named.
Axie makes axe face.
As the little twigs begin to reach out towards the gem, and Jeb's looking at it and focusing really hard on it, you don't see it. The wizard's just watching in fascination. Do you stop any of this from happening?
No, I'd watch.
You're just watching as it's reaching out, and Jeb, you feel the twigs brush the bottom of your hand, and as you startle, you drop the gem for a moment, and the twigs just cradle the gem as it's falling, and then they quickly retreat back to the haft of your axe. And as it does, this rumbling thunder sounds throughout the entire room, and you all can hear it. And Jeb, this glowing golden shimmer goes from the axe and emanates out, covers through the entire haft, and goes over to the head of your axe. And as it covers your axe, you see it's anodizing it as it does, and the axe head that you have turns gold as it completes its transformation.
All right.
It's an intelligent weapon now.
It's not intelligent, no. What was supposed to be in that niche was something called Storm Flash. It's a magical rapier. Storm Flash is so fucking cool that I needed Jeb to have it, but I knew Jeb would not replace the axe with a rapier. So, I made it a gem that slots into the axe.
When out of its sheath under an open sky.
So, like, anytime you're under open sky, clouds and, like, thunderstorms start roiling ahead. Like, they slowly gather above just because you have
My weapon's, like, always out of the sheath. It's just constantly shitty weather wherever we go.
So he gets a free 6th level lightning bolt once per day. You could basically be a fucking lightning rod and just pull in electricity attacks?
Yep. Once every 10 minutes, if you or a creature within 10 feet of you get targeted with an electricity effect, you can make just an attack roll against the DC of the electricity effect, and if it succeeds, you negate the electricity effect to the target that you
ground it with your weapon.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's cool.
Anyways, moving on. Door to the right.
Yeah, there's a door to the east.
41 to check it for traps, nat 20.
It is not trapped.
I attempt to open it.
It does open. On the other side of this door, an image assaults your eyes. It's hard to look away. It's so big. It's in the center of the room, and it's imposing. Not only physically, but mentally. You see this ancient statue of a bearded lizard with a 3-pronged tail.
Oh, it's gargantuan, too.
No uses.
I step into the room. Does it attack me?
No, it doesn't attack you. It's hard to ignore it, and of course it draws your eye right away, but there are also other inhabitants in this room. In the room...
Like the Banyon Boys? Where the fuck are those guys? How'd they get past the aberration?
Yeah, those guys are cheaters.
In the room, you also find all 3 of the Banyon Boys.
Oh, good.
They're standing around the statue. They're looking at it, investigating it. As soon as you walk in and you open the door, I'm going to need some perception checks before I give you any info.
Okay.
Moonlight sees nothing.
The Wiz sees nothing.
Peach Pie might see some shit. 37.
38.
Peach Pie, you notice that, and Jeb, you both notice that when you open the door, you see Lederick, Tashlock, and Sturven, the brothers' names.
Hello.
Lederick looks surprised, and he's holding a ensue. He doesn't say anything to the hello. Sturven, the brother that carries the staff, he says, "Oh, hello, everyone.
How'd you guys get past all those monstrosities?
Past all the... Oh.
There was a rock monster!
And quite
A leviathan!
Oh, no, we have, and you see Tashlock, the archer of the brothers, pulls out a piece of paper, and he's got a map. We have a map from our ancestors.
And this protects you against rock monsters?
No, here, actually. He walks over to one wall and opens a secret door.
Oh, fancy.
We came through this door. There's a door that leads back into the chamber before the nave, where the big circular hole is. The Azure Worm didn't come out when they first came through, but they did alert it something was happening down here.
Well, anyway, the town is worried about you, and so we came to check in.
Yes, you have been gone so long. As Tessa has been worried.
Of course. No, we're trying to figure out how exactly this statue is supposed to help us. We think we can, get it to come to life and come and fight the Zolgaths. We're still trying to figure out what's going on here.
You don't need a statue to an elder god. You have the Circus of Wayward Wonders.
Plus, my guess is you have to sacrifice something to it.
That's how these elder gods always work.
You could sacrifice one of your brothers.
I mean, Lederick says that the statue is supposed to come to life or something and protect the town. But it's a scary-looking thing, isn't it?
Yes, but I've seen Lederick. He's kind of an idiot.
Can I take a look at the statue?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Just gonna breeze past that, apparently.
I loved it. It's good.
That is a good spot to interject.
Go ahead and give me, for now, when you get up to the statue, perception check.
Okay, so I'm going to take twice as long to get a +2 still.
Have you guys gone through the next door?
Lederick did. He found that ensue that he's holding, but he says that there's nothing else good back there. The statue has to be what we're here for.
The wizard got a 42 looking at the statue.
A 42. You have the fascinated condition right now as you're staring at the statue. And you get tunnel vision, and the world around you falls away. Moonlight, something feels weird, and then you realize why. Everybody always has that little ball of light that is their spirit sense, that you just kind of learn to see, and you recognize people, even sometimes with that shifting ball of soul energy.
Okay.
Lederick has 2.
Can I do a perception check on it to try to pinpoint both of them?
Yeah, go ahead.
I take twice as long and get no bonuses. I get a 36.
With a 36, you take a second look and you see that, yeah, those are what seem to be 2 spirits inhabiting this same body.
So they're both inside of him, not like when it was Moonlight and Sorrow as 2 separate entities.
From when we first started unraveling this mystery, I thought he was his grandfather.
Or maybe not his grandfather, but some sort of...
Some ancestor.
Something that's been passed along.
Yeah, I thought something like that might be going on.
I'm wondering if he's being possessed I'm wondering if he's being possessed by something.
That would be another possibility. He's possessed by something evil in here.
Something that, why would he say you don't need to look into the next room? Let's just stay here and stare at this one thing, unless he's maybe being possessed by something.
Poor Lederick.
I wish I would have telepathically talked to someone. I cast Message, which I haven't used since my backstory.
Been a while.
To tell the wizard, because Message says you mouth words quietly, but instead of coming out of your mouth, they're transferred directly to the ears of the target. While others can't hear your words any better than if you normally mouth them, the target can hear your words as if they were standing next to you. I just want to like whisper to the wizard. I think Lederick might be possessed by something. There's 2 spirits in him.
What? I feel like that immediately pulled my attention. Like, that sounds awesome. Like,
For whatever reason, I imagine the wizard just like having this acid trip, staring in tunnel vision on this crazy like elder god monument, and then he hears that whispered in his ear.
I'd probably be like, what? Out loud?
Like, I'm looking at Lederick, so I'm not even paying attention to the fact that the wizard is like super into whatever he's doing.
Speaking of which, did I find anything with that 42 other than me zoning out?
That's what you found.
Okay.
So Tashlock is like looks over at Peach Pie and he says, "Do you have some sort of ideas how we might be able to get this big statue to move?"
I don't care about the statue.
Oh, okay. Well, then he kind of looks down and around. Lederick pipes up. "That's enough now. The clown is right. We can deal with this later. We can handle the threat on our own."
I feel like right now I'm just staring directly at Lederick's back. Because I would have turned away from the statue and I'm behind him. So I'm just like awkwardly staring at him, like examining him from behind.
I think we're going to need a reprisal of our in-town discussion where I distract him while the wizard tries to identify something.
Does it happen faster since I'm right behind him? Because I don't want to spend 10 minutes.
You need fucking quick identify, man.
But he's got to need his languages first.
Languages are more important. Have we ever ran into something I couldn't talk to?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I see your ensue there? It's a very nice weapon.
Why do you need to see the Ransour?
I start looking at the Ransour.
You have a functional staff right there, don't you?
Well, yes, but I wanted to see it. It looks very impressive.
Of course it's impressive. I found it.
I'm invading the fuck out of his personal space. I'm looking at the Ransour as he has it on him.
He's gonna like pull it to the side and go, "What exactly are you doing?"
I'm tall as fuck. I'm reaching over him and like still looking and examining it.
This is highly disrespectful.
Does the spell slime react to it?
To the Ransour?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like examining it, came out of my sleeve and slid up onto it. It's also invading the Ransour.
I wouldn't say if we get that far, then we'll be having a different conversation.
Okay.
If you wanted him to do that, let me know. But he's certainly reacting. He's got the scent. You're within 30 feet. The Ransour is magical.
I'm going to switch tactics a little bit here and message Sturvian, because he's the caster-ish one, right?
Sturvin, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use the message spell to talk to him briefly. I think your brother's being possessed by something. There's 2 spirits in him. And if he came back with that Ransour from the other room, I think it's attempting to hide something.
Sturvin clicks his staff down and he goes, "Quite the accusation." And Lederick looks over at him and goes, What do you say?" Sturvin takes a look over at his brother and he looks him up and down and says, "He says that the Ransour is possessing you." "That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Attack them. Attack them."
Does that seem something a rational person would say?
I need everybody to roll for initiative.
I can't wait to lightning bolt someone.
I can't wait to kill Lederick. I'm so happy. Oh, I kill him so bad.
I didn't want to kill him. I liked him. I ended up liking him.
I'm actually hoping that this does not end up in like a full combat, but
Tashlock and Sturvin look a little hesitant, but Lederick goes to grab his Ransour in both hands, which he'll be doing for the first action on his turn. But he goes to grab the Ransour with both hands, and he is going to attack. So he winds it up even and goes, "Ah!" But Jebediah gets to react first.
I sure do. I'll step up right here next to... This is the Lederick's the one that said that, right? He's the one with the Ransour?
Yep.
I will need a reflex save from that man.
He gets a 34.
I slam the ground in front of him, like creating a shockwave, casting shockwave.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was trying to knock him prone, but he's just flat-footed for a turn.
All right. Well, and after Jebediah goes and creates that shockwave, Lederick, with a practiced balance, keeps his feet. And that takes us over to Moonlight. It's your turn.
Let's start off with the intimidating glare. Fuck you, Fantasy Grounds. Fuck you. 29 to beat his will DC. God damn bullshit.
And here at
MNmaxed.
we'd like to talk about Norse Foundry and why rolling dice is just sometimes more superior. And you can get your dice at NorseFoundry.com.
That is such a good advertisement.
I want you to actually use that as an ad. That's something to cut that and use that moving forward.
Did that actually work? I kind of just lost my brain and started talking.
Hilarious.
It was wonderful.
It worked.
Oh, that's a fortitude save. I don't want to use a fortitude save against Lederick. He seems like a fortuitous type person. Doesn't seem very willful, though.
It's I was going to say, it's the fact that he's not wearing a shirt, right? It's the whole just vest and puffy chest, right?
Something like that. I don't really want to waste a 6th level spell if it doesn't work, but I want to use Spirit Blast. I guess I can't... Can I tell the difference between the spirits at all, or they just seem the same?
Yeah, no, you absolutely can tell the difference. You've actually interacted with Lederick enough that you recognize his spirit. It looks familiar, like you would recognize seeing a person. It helps that this other spirit presence that's there seems angry, like it's roiling.
So it's red, his is yellow.
That's a good way to put it.
I want to use Spirit Blast on the red spirit.
Got it.
You concentrate ethereal energy and attack a creature's spirit, dealing 16d6 force damage. Because Spirit Blast affects the creature's spirit, it can damage a target projecting its consciousness or possessing another creature, even if its target's body is elsewhere. The possessed creature isn't harmed by the blast.
This is what kind of save?
It's a fortitude save.
The fortitude save on that is going to be a 28.
Nice, so that's a failure. On a failure, I mean, it's just a basic fortitude save, so he's going to take 57 damage on 16d6 to the spirit.
Moonlight, as you cast this spell against that spirit, you see that an after image almost launch out of the back of it. It's like a attached to the body still, like, but you see this after image of this man. This middle-aged balding. He's got a big jowly chin and a mustache, like a handlebar mustache, a terrible comb over.
Does he look like an older version of Lederick? No, he doesn't. That doesn't look like an older version of Lederick at all. See? Did you see that? There's something inside of him.
There's a fat guy inside him.
It's a fat guy.
It's got a solid stash, though.
That is a very solid stash.
After seeing this, like, Lederick's just about to go into a swing, and Moonlight just rocks this spirit, this creature. Almost, you see it almost get pushed out of Lederick's body, but then it snaps back in, and he blinks and he shakes his head for a moment. And Tashlock and Sturvin immediately stand down, eyes wide, jaws hitting the floor. They were going to believe their brother over you no matter what you said. But that was one of the only things that you could have done to show them what was happening. Immediately after Moonlight cast the spell, Lederick goes, "No, you attack them! Get them! Look what they did to me! They did some sort of occult magic that is tricking you!" Tashlock and Sturvin are both going to look to Moonlight, both wide-eyed, and say, What do we do? What do we do?
Perhaps it's something to do with the Ranseur, if we can get it away from him. I'm afraid to hurt your brother, though.
Just, look, we knock him out if we have to hurt him. Don't stab him or anything.
You want us to stab him?
We could freeze him.
So there's basically asking you to do non-lethal damage to him.
Or attack his spirit directly.
Or do that.
Y'all can do that, right?
Is that similar to negative damage? I can do negative damage.
Is it susceptible to a hammer? Like, if I cause internal bleeding, does that count?
Just disarm him until you critically succeed.
After that conversation. After Moonlight, it's Lederick's turn. And Lederick, with his ensue, grips it with his second hand with his first action, and then attacks Moonlight.
Yeah, I kind of figured he's going to attack me.
With his second action, and he looks just absolutely furious. Ah!
That's going to hurt.
Gets a 47 to hit.
That's a critical.
What was his first action?
He had to actually put his second hand.
Is that a manipulate trait?
Oh, does gripping your...
I think it's an interact, which an interact has the manipulate, so if it is a interact, it's a manipulate. Change your grip by removing, change your grip by adding a hand. 2 hands, interact action.
So that's a manipulate?
That's a manipulate.
Okay.
So that provokes.
Alright, so it's just a -2. I'll deal non-lethal damage with my big-ass glowy axe. This isn't going to prevent the big-ass critical it's about to hit Moonlight, but...
Ooh.
You can crit him back.
Actually...
It would stop him from gripping it.
So then he would lose his first action. He'd have to use his second action to grip it instead, and then his third action would be to attack Moonlight once.
Which would be that crit, though.
It would still be the crit. I'm letting the crit.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, well here's some subdual damage. I'm back, bitches!
Damn.
Alright, 68.
Well, Moonlight still gets hit. I don't think his is going to be non-lethal.
His will not be non-lethal. Moonlight is going to take 56 points of piercing damage.
I take 56 points of piercing damage. Moonlight's down 89 hit points. And down to 49. That hurt.
That takes us over to Tashlock, and he is really torn. He can't really use his bow in a non-lethal way.
Technically, he can.
Technically, he can. You're right.
I don't understand how thematically.
Well, I mean, you have to look at it more the way David looks at it, where you're trying to wear him out by shooting at him. You're not actually dealing him damage.
Where do you shoot at him with arrows
Physically.
that wears him out and doesn't?
At his feet, make him dance.
Make him dance.
Make him dance.
Tashlock is going to use his first action to stride up to Lederick and use his second action to quick draw his rapier and go to smack him in the back of the head with the hilt of it. Sorry guys, I'm just going to play games with myself here for a sec. Tashlock is just super hesitant right now. He rolls 1 on the die and he misses. Tashlock is going to try again. And with the second attack, this time he gets a 36 to hit. And that will hit. And he smacks his brother on the back of his head with the hilt of the rapier and deals him 28 points of damage. And then that takes us over to Sturvin, and he uses his first 2 actions to cast Slow on Lederick. And Lederick needs to make a will save and gets a 41, which is a success. But he is still slowed 1 for 1 round. Which takes us over to the wizard. It's your turn.
Well, I actually tied with Peach Pie. David, do you have anything in mind that you're planning on doing, or are you just going to run up?
Yeah, I'm going to tackle the motherfucker.
You're going to try and tackle him? Okay. I'll let you go first instead.
All right. Peach Pie drops his maul, rages, and just like fucking launches himself at Lederick. And we're going to make a grapple check.
All right.
This is an athletics check against his fortitude DC.
All right.
He is a fighter type, it looks like, so...
I get a 39.
A 39.
Which would critically succeed against even me.
A 39 will not critically succeed.
For real?
But it will succeed.
I really wanted to critically succeed on that. Well, anyway, he is grappled.
So he's now has the grab condition, and he's being wrestled by Peach Pie.
Yeah, he has the grab condition. He's flat-footed and immobilized.
So as you go to leap into his square, he's going to use an attack of opportunity as you go beyond his reach.
That's fine.
He gets a 37 and hits for 28 points of piercing damage on the way in to grapple Lederick. Wizard, it's your turn.
After spending this entire time reviewing my spell list and all my possible options, I can't do anything here. So I'm going to continue doing what I was doing before.
Can you do subdual with spells?
Not without having non-lethal spell, which is a feat. So again, I can do nothing right now. I'm going to continue what the Wiz was doing before combat started, still being like invading his personal space and inspecting the ensue even while he was combat ready. I was still checking it out. I'm just going to continue doing that and waste 3 actions doing that and smoking my pipe. I'm still trying to figure out what the ensue is.
Fantastic. All right.
Doesn't even realize combat started. It's like Peach Pie's hugging him. It's cool.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine here.
While I'm inspecting this thing, can I try to recall knowledge it? Would that help me at all? Is there any knowledge I could try to make on it?
You know it's a stat... Oh, the ensue?
I mean, that's what I've been looking at. Is it something
really.
I could possibly know? No? Okay.
You know, it's kind of in the motif of... It almost looks like the 3-pronged tail of Bokrug. And even on the Bokrug statue, you can see the similarity between the two. It's a stylized ensue, to be certain.
But it wouldn't be like a name, like artifact or like high-level thing that I would see in a book somewhere, like a known item.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fucking reach, but I thought I'd ask.
Yeah. That's going to take us up to the top of the order. Jebediah, it's your turn.
All right, at the start of my turn, I will realize that I'm not great at doing this unarmed. I mean, subdual damage, so I'm going to quick cast a level 4 on Moonlight, restoring 47 HP.
That, like, doubles my hit points.
And I'll attempt a subdual attack and get a 26 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay. I'll be done.
It is Moonlight's turn again.
Yeah, now I'm really torn. Do I continue to go after the spirit itself? Do I think I can do enough damage to it to knock it out? Did it look like I was hurting it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, maybe if I do enough damage, it'll stop and talk to us? I have to 5-foot step away. I do not want to be within reach of him. And Peach Pie's got him at least immobilized, so 5-foot step away, and then I will Spirit Blast again. So I need another Fortitude save.
Bad. 24.
But not a 1 on the die?
Not a 1 on the die.
Damn. That's a regular fail. We will deal, that's a lot of 6s, 63 damage to that spirit.
Wow.
That's a lot of 5s. Holy shit.
That was a fantastic roll, actually. Holy shit.
There goes my 6th level spells.
And again, you see, this time it stretches back farther from Lederick's body as you blast it, and it snaps back in, and Lederick almost stumbles and jolts for a moment, and now he just looks pissed. He's seeing red for Moonlight.
No, that's just Peach Pie's clown nose in his face.
Oh. With his first action, he's going to attempt to escape the grapple.
Bring it, bitch.
So it needs to make athletics check. He gets a 32.
What's that against?
That is a failure.
That against his athletics DC?
That's my athletics DC. That is a failure.
Damn.
He can keep trying if he wants. -5.
So he's going to attack Peach Pie. He gets a 40 to hit.
Yes, he does hit.
That deals Peach Pie 29 points of piercing damage. He's just angry and he's pissed, and he's going to do it again. Ensue on Peach Pie. Nope. Going to miss with a 25. That's going to take us over to Tashlock. Tashlock's going to continue taking advantage and try to hit in the back of his brother in the back of the head with the hilt of the rapier.
He is flat-footed.
That's true. He is flat-footed because of the grab condition.
And I'm flanking him.
Also that.
With Dashlock.
He's still going to miss with a 26. Pretty bad roll there. Second attack, he's going to miss with the 29. You can see him gritting his teeth. He doesn't really quite want to commit to it. He's having a hard time with it. He's going to try for a third time and most certainly miss, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, he rolls an at-1 on the die to boot.
This roguey guy doesn't have anything else he can do? Or maybe he's a rangery guy?
He's kind of rangery guy. Yeah.
Kind of garbage guy.
That'll take us over to Sturvin. Sturvin right now, kind of in a similar position Wizard is in. He doesn't have a ton of non-damage spells. He's got slow.
I mean, to be fair, I could have tried to whack him with my staff non-lethally. I have a plus 16 to hit, and I deal 1d4 minus 1 damage.
1d4 minus 1?
And you take a -2 to it, your attack.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it'd be a plus 14 to hit to deal possible 3 damage. Max 3.
No, you know what? Actually, he's going to use 2 actions to cast Hideous Laughter on Lederick. So Lederick's going to roll a will save, and he gets a 39, which is a success.
But only a regular success.
Just a regular success, so it means he can't use reactions. So no more attack of opportunities. Peach Pie, it's your turn.
I will start by attempting to maintain the grapple. My check to grapple him then would be 38.
38 to beat his Fortitude DC. That is meets beats.
All right, so he is grappled. So I'm just going to punch him. Raging punch. Subdual, by the way, which I think mine is whether I want it to be or not. I get a 35 to hit. I'll deal him 16 damage, and I try for a third attack.
At 20.
See what happens. Nope.
No.
Miss with that third one. And then I'm done.
Then after Peach Pie, Wizard, do anything else there?
I continue to, I don't know, just study the weapon. I don't know what else to do.
How do you deal non-lethal damage to this dude?
I don't.
Or do you just deal lethal damage and be like, hey, he's fine, right?
I deal lethal damage, and it doesn't seem like that's the answer right now. So I just continue to smoke my pipe and staring at the ransomer. Maybe realizing now that combat has started, and maybe just like not so like inside his personal bubble. Like maybe just like stay in my own square.
Take a step back and just smoke your pipe and watch the whole scene unfold.
I might even just like take a 5-foot step away and just be like, yeah, I'm okay. The distance now. Elf step away because I know he's got a reach weapon.
You also know that from Moonlight casting it, that Hideous Laughter removes reactions.
That's fine.
Well, then that's going to take us up to the top of the order. Jeb, you start us off.
All right. I will look at everyone's HP and decide everyone's fine. And attempt some subdual damage. We're still doing that, right, guys? Just hitting this guy?
Yep, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, heck yeah. How about a 28?
28 does not hit.
How about a 23?
Also will not hit.
All right. This will get him. How about a 13?
No, that's unfortunate. No, they all miss.
All right.
That takes us over to Moonlight. It's your turn.
So do you guys think we're going to be fighting anything else today?
Well, I'm going to say no because they've got the secret door.
I am burning through my high-level spells.
They've got the secret door here. We could just leave. Because the secret door is in this room, right?
Yeah.
There's still more of this place to explore.
I mean, we can
Like one
take a
room.
nap.
Hopefully one room.
I mean, I still have a lot of money if you are.
I mean, I'm doing just fine on spells.
Yeah, use all your last use spells. We're good.
I still have 2 level 7 spells, a 6th level spell, 4th level spell, all my bonded items.
Well, I need another fortitude save then. From the spirit.
This is another Spirit Blast then, yes?
Yes.
He gets a 32.
Damn it, that is exactly what he needed. He
That's
saves.
exactly it. Nice.
No, not nice. Fuck you, Tyler.
Oh, sorry. Nah, that's terrible. I'm sorry. That just sounds awful. That sounds awful.
He will take 32 damage.
How's the spirit look?
No idea.
Looks bloodied.
Looks pissed.
It's so angry right now. So when Moonlight casts this Spirit Blast for the 3rd time on this entity that is possessing Lederick, on the 3rd time, it shoots out the back of Lederick's body and it tumbles head over heels through the air. And everyone can see it, and he's there and he floats in the air, just shock on his face. Lederick immediately goes unconscious. He collapses to his knees and just falls onto the ground. Tashalot goes to catch him to try to keep him from hitting the ground too hard.
Peach Pie turns his grapple into a hug. It's fine.
This poltergeist is right in front of the statue, and his eyes are wide, and he flees.
It's not his turn.
He goes when Lederick goes.
Moonlight will just like, I mean, as soon as Moonlight sees this guy, he's gonna be like, "Are you ready to talk yet?"
He grits his, ghostly teeth. You can see his form gritting their teeth, and his eyes, scrunched down into angry face.
I really love that you were able to do all that, Moonlight. That was fucking cool. Very thematic.
A lot of spells.
Yeah, but it was cool.
I guess I don't know he's gonna run away, so I would glare at him.
Oh, like do a demoralize?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably, he might not be affected by it, but I'll give it a shot.
Worth a shot, right?
42.
42.
Wait, no, 45.
No immunity to mental.
So what is a 45? Does that happen to be a critical success?
Against will?
Against will?
That is not a critical success. That is just
Damn.
a standard success.
Then he is frightened 1.
Might as well get it going, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, you've already told us that he was going to flee, but I wouldn't know that, and I'd try to give these guys a chance to hit him. That's my turn.
Well, then after Moonlight, it is the ghost's turn. He turns and flies around the statue of Bokrug and flees to the east and flies through the door that's there. And everything's quiet for just a moment.
But he didn't fly through the statue, huh?
Correct.
Went around it. That's weird.
Even though it's a straight shot to the door, like if you wanted a straight shot to that door, he could fly through the statue. He specifically flew around it.
I definitely noticed that.
After a few moments, the door gets kicked open. And just on the other side of that door are 3 shambling zombies, each holding ensures in their hands, with a glint of intelligence in their eyes, standing behind the ghostly form of Lert the old general store owner.
This dude was a fucking worshiper of Bokrug this entire time.
What a strange history this town must have.
A strange history indeed, built on a temple to a great old one? How odd. Certainly more secrets to discover here. But first, it looks like an undead combat is staring us in the face. Do we have the resources to overcome it? Find out next time as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.